Gayantiyam samaga yanavastidadgatena manasa Shyantiyam yoginaha Shyantam navidassurasura Devaya tasmai namaha. Verse 24, please. Dhyanena atmani pashyanti Kechidatmanam atmanam Anye sankhena yogena Karma yogena chapare Anye tvevam ajanantah Srutva nebhya upasate Tepi chati tarantyeva Mrityum shruti parayanaha Yavat sanjayate kinchit Sattvam sthavara jangamam Kshetra kshetragya samyogat Tadviddhi varatarshava Yavat sanjayate kinchit Sattvam sthavara jangamam Kshetra kshetragya samyogat Tadviddhi bharatarshava. Tepi aditarantyeva mrityum shruti parayanaha. They also cross this ocean of death, change. Being somebody shruti parayana, exposing themselves to the scripture through the teacher. These are very, very sort of these lines, these descriptions, the declarations has to be understood very clearly. Reason, not many people accept that they don't know anything. Especially in our generation. In our generation, everybody is educated, more and more people are getting educated, and the main purpose of education is to be independent, self-reliant. So with a little bit of information, whether it is little English, mathematics, your mother tongue, little language, little professional qualification, everybody tends to think no end of himself. Whether you are highly educated or less educated, much decorated or totally useless. Every person has that strong sense of individuality. That is why you can see why there is so much of conflict in the world today. Nobody is ready to accept another person because the person cannot accept his own ignorance. If you point out a mistake, nobody likes it. Think of it. Nobody likes to be pointed out. That you are talking loud, that you are shouting, that you are fighting, that you are angry, that you are short-tempered, that you are jealous, that you are, greedy, possessive, any language you use it. Moment you say, every person will feel as though we are talking about them. That is why in the classes when it goes on, whether it is in the privacy of our ashram or in the public discourses where hundreds or thousands of people are sitting down, at the end of the day, everybody gets up and says, Swamiji, today you are talking to me only. I am not talking to anybody. It's a generalized statement, very generalized. But the person will drag out to himself, Swamiji is talking to me only. If I am talking about, let us say, food habit, there will be some people who are obsessed with food, some people are obsessed with sound, touch, taste, smell. So whatever you talk, it's somebody. If you say somebody is doing this practice, that practice, oh, he is criticizing that, critical of that. It's not being critical. You analyze for yourself. Having followed something, are you a happy person in life? Whatever you hold on to, it doesn't matter. Whatever you achieve, whatever you see, hear, taste, touch, whether it is a secular pursuit, religious pursuit, ultimately, are you free? And what is the taste of your freedom? Listen carefully. What is the taste of your freedom? You are free if you can live with it as well as without it. You are free if you are not dependent upon idea for your freedom. Are you getting that point, please? How are you considering yourself free? By depending on an idea, by depending on a practice, by depending on a guru, by depending on a religion, by depending on your bank balance, by depending on something, you cannot be independent. It's a contradiction in terms. And depending on yourself is not a dependence, because you are there for yourself at all times, all places, all conditions. That is why Atma-Gyan, self-knowledge, self-awareness. But the person, when we are trained to rely on something and therefore feel very powerful, we don't like to be challenged. If you are afraid to be challenged, you better be challenged. I'll give you that example. When you are purchasing something, you are always trying it out. Does it? If you are purchasing a rope, you pull it. If it snaps, you don't purchase. Before they leave the aeroplane to the market, endurance test, 10,000 miles to flight, 20,000 miles flight, non-stop, 10,000 kilometers, can it go? Yes, take it. Why? 6,000, 5,000 miles, it will definitely fly. Endurance test, just like outside, same thing also. The endurance test of your ideas, your thoughts, your culture. Does it stand the test? Your practices. Are you dependent on it? Or are you free to follow something? Understand? Very, very important it is. Because these dogmas, this type of superstitious practices, ideas, they have such a strong hold on an individual. Can't get out of it. So, you look at for yourself, question yourself again and again. So, mrityum atitara shruti parayana, when he says that going through the scriptures as well as the teacher. And what is the scripture? He told you already all that things. One who says you are infinity, absolute. I don't need a guru, I don't need a teacher, I don't need a scripture to tell me I'm limited, mortal, dying. I know this. That is scripture, that is the teacher who tells me about infinity, immortality, absolute, that I am. Anadhigata, avadhita, jnanajanakam, shastram. Very tight definition. That we shall call as the shastra, which is anadhigata, avadhita jnana janakam, gives you the knowledge which you cannot find from any other source, and once you find it, never subject to cancellation. An identity about yourself, which you cannot get from any other source. Physics will not give you your identity. Physics will make you a physicist. It will give you an identity. It will not help you discover. Chemistry, mathematics, history, geography, literature, whatever you study, dance, drama, music, whatever, engineering, medicine, whatever you study, it will give you an identity. Even religions, so many religions, they give you an identity. In Vedanta Upanishad, they don't give you an identity. They make you free from the identity. That is scripture which gives me the knowledge about myself, free from every identity. That is why the word Hindu itself doesn't exist in the tradition. Because you are Brahman, absolute. Who you are, that is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means what? Sadaeva Nutana. Achaloyam Sanatana. Nitya Sarvagatastanuhu Achaloyam Sanatana. This reality, Ayam Purusha, this Nitya, eternal, Sarvagata, all-pervasive, Achala, immobile, Sanatana, eternally fresh. Sanatanasya Dharma, Sanatanasya Ishwarasya Dharma, which is eternal. So you are that. The whole religion, whole tradition is based on you, not on a God. Are you getting that point? It's so fantastic. If it is based on a person, you remove the person, it will collapse. It's based on a book, you remove the book, it will collapse. That is why people, those religions which are based on a person or a book, they become fanatical adherent of that. That is the man, this is the book. In Upanishadic tradition, there is no such, fanatic adherence. Anything is fine. You understand about yourself. So Mrityu, when you say that, the death, he understands, its death means not only, as I told you, not only the death of the body, but while living, death of the emotions. One student goes to a teacher and he says, the teacher asks the student, what have you learned so far? You are such a grown-up boy, grown-up girl. What did you learn so far? He says, I have gone to many teachers. I have learnt about birth and death. Then the teacher says, if you have learnt about birth and death, what have you to come here to learn from me? He says, I want to learn something which is in between. It's a very beautiful statement. You have learnt about birth, you have learnt about death. What about in between? Living. So important. When death happens, does it matter? You are not there. In birth also, you are not there. Do you remember your birth? The birth of the body, the death of the body. The body is not living. The body is, through the body, somebody is living. This is life. But through the body, you are living. Using the body, using your senses, using your thoughts, must be used. And what is that I must know? Ultimately, I must know about myself. And what is that I am searching for? Deathless, absolute. All these things you know, the person searching for himself. How should I know? Listen. Shruti Parayana. You can say Shruti Parayana, mother Shruti or Shravana. Atmavare drashtabhya, shrotabhya, mantabhya, nididhyasitabhya. It comes in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where Yajnavalkya talks to Maitreyi, Gargi, to his wives. Atmavare drashtabhya. Are means, oh, dear wife, Atma drashtabhya. The I must be seen. Listen carefully. Drashtabhya comes from drish, to see. Atmavare drashtabhya. It must be seen. To see, what should you do? Open your eyes or open your ears? And to see, What should you do? Open your eyes. But what he says? Atma varidrashtabhya, I must be seen, and therefore srotabhya, it must be heard. You can see through the eyes, you listen. Why? You are already that. Sabda pramana. You know all this elaborate we have discussed. Sabda srotabhya, therefore it must be heard. Ashram must be reached. Listen carefully. Ashram must be reached. Who is telling? Standing on the ashram, the person says, ashram must be reached. Then when the teacher says, yes, ashram must be reached, tasmat srotabhyam. You, in order to reach, instead of telling you walk, he says, in order to reach, you hear. Why? Already reached. Are you getting that? What a tradition. Srotabhya, it must be heard. So it must be heard means from what? Books cannot talk by themselves. That is where comes the Guru Shastra. Guru Shastra Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwa Shraddha. We saw it in those days, Tattvada classes. Shraddha, Guru Vedanta Vakya. Why? The teacher, one who knows, introduces you. Shraddha. It must be listened to. And when you listen to, okay, I understand. But then why is it so difficult? All right, if it is easy for, suppose you are ready for it, as you listen, you get it. If you cannot, dhyana, sankhya, karma yoga, anni teva majananta sutvanye vyupasade, they also. So you decide whichever way you like to prepare your mind. That is why today what you see in the whole world, the so-called practices are more for preparation. But they will not like to be told that way. If you say, closing your eyes, sitting down, that is also a nice practice, preparation. Doing certain upasana, also a preparation. Karma yoga attitude, also a preparation. But the person who are the promoters of the practice, they shall promise you, no, that is the truth. If you do this, it will happen. Suppose a person is teaching a certain yoga, pranayama. What shall he say? This is the thing. Patanjali himself did not say that. Patanjali himself made asana and pranayama as the middle path, somewhere in the middle. Yama, niyama. Then asana, pranayama. Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. In the Ashtanga yoga, this comes after 2, before 4. But today, the asanis, don't say asani, you understand? The asanis, not yogis. The asanis, that's the right word. That's a perfect word. Don't say yogis, asanis. Because they are asana, pranayamis and asanis. They say that is yoga. No, asani and pranayami. Because you stick to asana, pranayama. You must see what is going on. So certain practice, the person says, that is the ultimate. No. It's like the 4th standard student, teacher telling the 4th standard student, there is nothing beyond. You have learned English language, you have learned your mother tongue words, you know the alphabets, you know these things, bas, there is no literature, nothing. This is the ultimate. What do you do? Or another person introduces to some upasana, do some meditation, some rituals. Just like the secular science will say, you educate yourself, that is solving the problem. Be a doctor, be an engineer, be a professional, be a postgraduate, everything shall be solved. The beginning of the problem, not the solution, the beginning of the problem, because solid individuality comes in. Same way, when you do these practices, solid individuality comes in. I'm a yogi, I'm not, don't worry, I'm asani, I'm karma yogi, I'm jnana yogi, I'm bhakta. What is this? And those are the people, what will they do? They will do like this person was doing. One day, a fellow goes to a mechanic because his car was not giving that much of mileage as it was promised. The promised mileage is 40 kilometers per hour, per liter. 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers per liter. So he goes to the person and says, what is this? This car is giving only 20 kilometers. Please fix it up. So he carbureted this thing, that thing, whatever little to be corrected here and there, he did it. Same 20, 22 it went, not more than that. Then this man said, tell me, is there anything more I can do for this to go to the promised 30 liters? He said, yes, you can do something. What? Do as everybody does. What is that? Lie about it. Just lie about it. Well, most people lie about it. Their car is just like everybody's children is a prince. Everybody's child is a prince. Everybody's daughter is a princess. Everybody, you understand? Because nobody wants to accept that my baby is like this, or my man is like this, or my woman is like that. Whatever you have, you tell a lot of lies about it. Religion is full of it. You go for 4 days, you go for a camp for 1 day, you hold your something, and look at it, close your eye. Oh, I saw red light, I saw green light. What about? So what is enlightenment? But after so many practices, after the Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, this yoga, I did not get. What should I do? Do what all everybody does. What? Lie about it. I am enlightened. I was sitting under a stone. Light fell. So now the thousands of followers will be sitting on a stone to wait for the light to enter. If infinity has a movement inside your head, from outside it must come inside, right? So what type of infinity it is, if it was not already inside? It has to come from outside. And what is that infinity which needs red light, yellow light to be lit up? What is that infinity which needs a sensation to pronounce itself, declare itself, announce itself? What is this? Understand. Please appreciate. Knowing about yourself. And in order to know, srotabhya, it must be seen. In order to see, you must hear. You must hear. That introduces you. That way, Shabda Pramana, words as a means of knowledge. You are experiencing the hibiscus, but you still don't know that this is the hibiscus. The words introduce you. Are you getting that simple formula? You are experiencing this flower. What is the knowledge? Think, Mahadev, just think of it. Simple. What is knowledge? No, please analyze. It's a very, very simple thing. Please, what is knowledge? Our ordinary definition of knowledge. Forget definition. You look at your own experience. What is knowledge? Knowledge is associating a name with a form. In a simple way. Associating a name with a form. Do you know Oriya language? No. Why? Mu jadi Oriya re kichi kahibi, tume kichi buji paribani. What are you laughing about? I say, you are an idiot, you are a rascal of highest order. Now you are laughing. Why? Because you don't understand anything. But suppose you understand, that is knowledge. Immediate response is there. So when I say the word flower, hibiscus, it is associated with this object. This is knowledge. Now listen. Suppose before you know the word hibiscus, I am holding the flower and I say, do you know hibiscus? What shall you say? No. You are seeing it in my hand, experiencing it, yet you don't have the knowledge of it. How does the knowledge come? Does the flower announce itself, my name is hibiscus? Somebody introduced, this is hibiscus. Oh, what is that? Oh. Do you have to struggle? Knowledge is always easy. Information is difficult. Information to remember is difficult. Because information is not associated with knowledge. Listen carefully. Informations are forgotten. Informations on any place will be forgotten. If you have seen that, you will never forget it, right or wrong. Like the preparing the witnesses in a case, information orientation. He came and hit me from the right side. You have not seen it. They are training you. They are teaching you. then what happens? You forget. Because you have not seen it. But if you have seen it, will you ever forget? Understand? So when this information you are picking up, you forget it. That is why you Gita chanting competition. As a 10-year-old, Gita chanting competition. Yes, you have chanted, you have got it, you have forgotten it. What did it do to you when you grew up? Nothing. You did the Vedic chanting, you forgot it. What did it do to you? Nothing. But if you remember, understand the meaning of it, that this is me, can you forget? You understand? Knowledge. Associating the word with the object. Now, so teaching is, already you are existing. It gives you dehoham. You are associating I with the body. He says, no, that's a wrong association, wrong knowledge. I with the mind, wrong. I with the thought, wrong. I with the I thought, wrong. What it is? None of this, yourself. That is why Tattva classes are so important. You see it clearly. Then, you know, when you say the word Atma, Aham, you know what it is. Associating. Experience you had, knowledge you didn't have. Like happiness. Everybody, every moment experiences happiness. Your sense of being, any moment of happiness, you are experiencing yourself. Any moment of your being, any moment of time in your life, you are being with yourself. But a name, Tattvamasi, that it is, these words reveal. Once it reveals, thereafter, what practices he should pick up? Don't ask me. No, I don't want to sit down in meditation. Do. I don't like meditation, I want vichar. Do. I don't like this vichar, I like only karma yoga buddhi attitude. Do. No, I don't like these things, I like to, while acting, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, experiencing everything, I'll remember myself. Do. I don't want any of these things. Do. Everything is fine. Absolute freedom. What should I do? Don't ask me. A free person, should he ask the direction? Huh? Suppose you know the entire route. Will you ask somebody how to go there? You know the shortcut, you know the long cut. You know all routes. Yet you know also, to be yourself, you don't have to go anywhere. To be myself, I don't have to do anything. To prepare myself, 100 things, everything you know. So, each person, according to his need, you initiate, you introduce. That is why a teacher must be a versatile person. Like the Sufi story goes nicely. There was a Sufi master who was in the shop. He has a shoe shop. So somebody asked him, can you teach me? He said, yes, I can teach you. He said, you think I am fit? He said, you don't worry. My teaching is in the shoe shop. I have plenty of leather. Whoever comes, according to the size of the foot, I cut the leather. According to the size of the foot, I cut the leather. So if you are a person who is devotion-oriented, okay, take it. The other person says, no, I am little yoga-oriented, take it. The other person, no, I am little discipline-oriented, take it. I am a vichara, I want to think over it. Okay, come on, do it. Whichever way, preparation, anyway, that is why no intolerance. Absolute tolerance comes in this tradition because everything is fine. But the problem comes when a person says, this is the thing, ayyo. It's a headache. It's a pure headache. Just because you hold your nose, you want everybody to hold his nose. Now what is this? Or just because you listen to Vedanta, everybody must listen to Vedanta. For what? Or just because you do the puja, everybody must do puja. Why? That is not the other person. See, suppose you are born into this tradition, you are singing, bhajan, kirtan, very nice. Maybe somebody is born in a tradition, there is no bhajan, no kirtan. So he must do it. What is this? Maybe there is another person who is a very big questioner. Always questions, analyze. Another person is a simple believer. Don't push believer into analysis. He will lose his belief. A simple believer, if you push him into analysis, what will he do? He'll run away. And a person who is very analytical mind, absolutely brilliant, intelligent, you tell him, believe, this is the God. How can he do that? There was one fellow who wanted to teach people about this program. About this, the right thinking. He said, most people are believers. He said, can you prove it? He said, yes. He gave them a discourse. There was a person, very, very great warrior, strong soldier. And what he did not want to be cut by the enemies. So he cut off his own head and carried his head on the hand. Listen, look at the story. Carried the head on his hand. Then he went to present it to his king, that how he did not surrender. And as he is walking, the river comes. When the river comes, he has to swim. So how can he carry his head on his hand? So he put that head onto his mouth and he swam. Everybody says, oh. Only one fellow questioned, how can he put a head in his mouth? Only one man questioned. How can he put a head in his own mouth? He said, why do you think it is impossible? He says, then if he puts his head in his mouth, how can he breathe? Dud. He is also stupid. One fellow questioned, even that fellow also stupid. Because his problem is not, he doesn't say, if the head is, the mouth is in the head, how can head go in the mouth? That is not the logic. Logic is, if the head goes into the mouth, then how can he breathe? This is believers. You can't talk anything to them. That is why billions of believers in the world. You start thinking, you shall set fire on everybody's, wherever you want to tell that word. I don't care. You set fire. Thinking. Not many people are geared towards it, but ultimately one day you have to think. No choice. No choice. Please understand, because to be yourself, you need to see that reality for yourself. Okay? So, start with that. In order to see that, you must hear and then contemplate, see yourself. When you see, what will happen? Finish it up. Yavat sanjayate kinchite sattvam sthavara jangamam kshetra kshetragya samyogat tadviddhi bharatarshava. The course, the 13th chapter started with that idea. Kshetra, kshetragya. And how the kshetragya and Ishvara is one and the same is now established in this verse. So clearly remember that kshetra, kshetragya. Do you remember or forgotten already? Huh? Idam sariram kaunteya kshetramiti avidiyate. Idam sariram. When you say idam sariram, not this body. Remember, anything that is idam sariram. Not idam sariram. Anything that is idam is sariram. Anything that can be subject to objectification. If you say it is this, you objectify it, it will be sarira. Sarira means siriyamana svabhavatvat, which will disintegrate, die away. Anything subject to objectification is subject to cancellation. If you can objectify it, it shall be dismissed. The world is subject to objectification, continuously changing. Your body is subject to objectification, continuously changing. Your eyes are subject to objectification. You can see it. Eyes are growing, changing. Your thoughts are subject to objectification. Thoughts are changing. You cannot hold on to sariram. You cannot hold on to something which you identify as idam and hold on to it as it is forever. It is sariram. It shall change. That is why you don't have to dismiss your thoughts. Thoughts are self-dismissing. Do you understand that? If you understand it, you shall be assured for the rest of your life. You don't have to dismiss a thought which is self-dismissing. Is it necessary to push the cloud out of the sky? Where are the clouds now? Is it necessary to push the cloud in the sky? They shall come by themselves. Certain things you cannot control. You want to see a demonstration? Okay. You do that now. Sit up. Anybody who is a Who is ready for a demonstration? Anybody? Oi? Go there, sit down there, please. Now, nobody laughs. Whoever laughs has to go and sit down there. No, sit up. Please sit up so that your legs are floating. No, legs down. Just go. Little, right. No, legs, relax. Legs up. I mean, go back so that the legs hang. Nice. Okay. Now, can you come little nearer so the legs hang nicely like this? Just like this. Bas. But you are not lifting it. No, go little back so that the handle. Nice. Now observe your right leg. Okay? Right leg, please make a circular, clockwise movement. Okay. Now lift your right hand. Lift your right hand. Right. Now write the letter 6. English letter 6. Write the letter 6. Anybody? You don't want to do? Okay, go. You understand? Just sit down. Nice. Raise it. Perfect. Now move it right-wise, clockwise. You come little left side. Left side. Yeah. Right. And then write the letter 6. So, anybody else wants to try? Nobody will succeed, including the speaker. I tried it, I was destroyed. I couldn't believe it. Hey, what is this? You think you can control everything in life? You can't control your own hand and leg. Why? The brain is already programmed to that. The brain is already programmed. You cannot, when you go on right clockwise. But you know, so if you say write the letter 6, I can do. But if you say write letter 6 this way, you cannot do that. But you see, suppose I am going around this, it will go. Suppose 6 is like, if I start from here and go to right, it is moving like this. If I this, no problem. The moment you move, start it, the leg starts this way. It's terrible. If you start your 6 from the top, you try this and it stops. It's programmed. You cannot change that programming. Helpless, no? Same thing. By nature, thoughts are self-dismissing. Why are you trying to dismiss? Any situation in your life, has it ever been permanent? Think, your idiocy is permanent. Your ignorance, your stupidity is permanent because you don't want to get out of it. 100 times you suffer, you want to suffer again. Now what can you tell those people? Take a stone and ooh. If you do it, it's not a good thing. So let them do it. Give them a stone as a gift. Anytime you have a problem, ooh, do what else can you do? The person who is smoking, and every time because of smoking, coughing everybody, destroying everybody, destroying himself, still doesn't understand. What do you do that? I give him a stone. Same thing life. Certain things are programmed. You can't handle it. Sariram. Idam means sariram. If it is subject to objectification, you can't keep it. It will be negative. That is why people will change. Things will change. Everything moving from your life. How many sceneries you have changed from your childhood until now? How many places you have gone? How many sins you have created? S-C-E-N-E. So many arrangements in your life. So many arrangements. In every arrangement you are there, but others have changed. Are you getting that? In every arrangement around you, you are a constant feature. But the people who are around you have changed, completely gone, disappeared. Same thing also in your thought. One thought is permanent, one feature is permanent feature, I thought. Other thoughts go on changing. So many memories have gone, but I thought is continuing. And what is the source of that I? Self, nameless. And this thought, self-dismissing. Even the I thought can't remain forever. That is why sit down and see for yourself. Logically you are convinced, but see it for yourself. Sit down, do it. If it hits you, you are effortlessly with it all the time, fantastic. Cannot do what? Dhyana, Sankhya, Karma, whatever you like. Which one is good? Don't ask me. Once in a while, little of everything, that's also fine. But you do. You see it for you. What you can do is practice. What you can be is yourself. Being yourself is not a practice. You can't, what are you doing? I'm being myself. Waste your time. Being yourself. Any moment you are with yourself. Please. And this Kshetragya. So that is the Kshetragya. Kshetram janati, knows. So Kshetra is idam, anything, thought, body, the whole thing, Kshetragya, awareness. And Bhagavan says what? Kshetragyam chapimam viddhi sarva kshetresu bharata. Sarva kshetresu, in all the field, Kshetragyam mam, Kshetragyam iti vidhi. Know that I am the knower of the field in all fields. That means the God. Call it consciousness, call it God, call it Ishvara, truth, all pervasive, in and through everybody. Same consciousness in and through everybody. Your sense of being is same in all. The truth here, truth there, truth everywhere. Who you are, who I am, who he is, who she is, one and the same. But what you have, what I have, what he has, what she has, varied. That reality is same. So, kshetra kshetragyan samyogat yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam. Yat kinchit sattvam. Anything that is existing, sthavara jangama, steady or moving. Anything in this creation, mobile, immobile, steady, moving, anything, kshetra kshetragyan samyogat Vidhi, understand, it comes between Kshetra and Kshetragya, Purusha and Prakriti. Between Purusha, Prakriti, Samyogat, the whole universe of name and form appears. You can see it in yourself. If you stand by in your nature of awareness as it is, body is redundant. Your thoughts are redundant. For yourself to be, thoughts are redundant. To be immortal, your body is redundant. But to live a life, body is needed. That is why play with your body is so beautiful. The body is the access point to the physical universe. Without the body, do I have access to the universe? That is why, can you spoil your body? Can you destroy your body? Can you hate your body? Can you hate your senses? You worship it. Deha devalaya prokta. The body is like a temple. Dehi devo maheshwara. Bharta bhokta upadrashta anumanta cha. Bharta bhokta maheshwara dehesmin. Asmin dehe. In this temple of a body, Maheshwara, the Lord himself is existing. So beautiful. Whatever comes, say Arjuna, understand. Between Kshetra, Kshetragya, the whole universe is existing. Okay, Tasmat, since you see this, thus, how many things are there? From the standpoint of Kshetra, Kshetragya, Ishvara alone is existing. Are you getting that? Total mind, total body, total. Therefore, read. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu Tishtantam parameshwaram Vinasyatsu avinasyantam Yapashyati sapashyati Samam sarveshu bhuteshu Tishtantam parameshwaram Vinasyat swabinasyantam Yapashyati sapashyati. So beautiful. So samam sarveshu bhuteshu Tishtantam Parameshwaram. Sarveshu Bhuteshu Samam Tishtantam Parameshwaram Ya Pasyati Sa Pasyati. Which is Vinasyatsu Abhinashyantam. Sarveshu Bhuteshu. In all the beings. Bhuteshu means what? Bhuta, Prani. Pranijatam. Not Prani, living things. All together. Bhuta means Bhavantiti Bhutani. That which is subject to change and becoming, bhutas, the whole universe, bhutas. Sarveshu bhuteshu. And what type of nature it is? Listen, what type of nature is it is? Binasyatsu. Binasyatsu. Nasyatsu, dying. Binasyatsu, visheshena nasyatsu. Continuously dying. It's a continuously dying, changing universe. Tasmat, therefore, the name is Jagat. The word Jagat is beautiful. Jayate ja. Gacchati ga. Tisthati iba. Tu. Jagat. Jayate gacchati tisthati iba. Born, growing, changing, in between as though existing. This body, born as a, what? Like a sperm and an egg, mommy's womb, tiny little zygote. Grow, grow, grow. Mommy's, the inner universe of the mother. Then comes out, growing in this universe. Growing, big. Vinasyatsu, now growing. After some time, buried, cremated. Creation nothing loses. Creation doesn't lose anything. Vinasyatsu. So before this body is destroyed, what should I do? Vinasyatsu abhinashyantam yappasyati sapasyati. Vinasyatsu, in and through this continuously perishing, disintegrating, changing, dying body, one who sees the changeless, imperishable, deathless self-existence. Such a person, pashyati. He sees the truth. And what he said, when he sees himself, what else he sees? Sarveshu bhuteshu samam tishtantam parameshwaram. In all the beings, Parameshwara samam. They call it God, call it truth, call it Shiva, call it Vishnu, call it Narayana, call it Hari. Hara is all same meaning. Harati iti Hari, that which loots everybody's limitation. Hari, Hara. Shivam, auspicious. Rama, Ramanat, Rama iti pahu. Krishna, Akarshati iti Krishna. That is why all names, call it Rama, Krishna, Hari, Hara, Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu, anything you say, Vyapakatvat Vishnu, anything you say, all names mean only one thing. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Sarvarupena Sanstita. See that? Only Parameshwaram Dishtantam. Ya Devi, that mother who exists in all the beings, as all the beings. What name you like? You choose. Oh, I like mother image, grab it. I don't like mommy, I like papa and father image, masculine thing, take it. I don't like masculine, feminine, I like babies, take it, baby Krishna, baby Ganesha. No, I don't like this masculine, feminine, I like one stone and it's okay. Why any form? I hate every form, dump it all. To dump it all, first you start with yourself. You want to dump everything? Dump yourself first. If you don't dump yourself, you will be grabbing something. What is the problem with the modern generation? They want to dismiss everything except themselves. Mr. Hero stands out. That is why biggest problem. Everybody is rejected. Everybody is rejected. Nobody matters. I matter. Good enough. Don't worry. You have enough to stitch you, to torture you for the rest of your life. Why? You are there, no? Understand? A disease which comes from outside, you can throw it out. You can cure the death. Death of the body, please cure. You can never. Because that is inherent in the body. With the birth, it is inherent. You cannot cure it. That is why be the deathless. Know yourself who you are. Ahankar can dismiss everybody. Cannot dismiss itself. Stuck in his own problem. That's why I thought. To know yourself. Samam tishtantam parameshwaram. In all the beings, the same. Ahamatma sarvabhutas, as the Krishna says. I am the self in all the beings. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. In all the beings, I am one and the same. One who pashyati, sapashyati. One who sees this, the truth in himself, truth everywhere, he alone sees. Understand? Okay? Sapashyati, sapashyati. It's a beautiful verses. Read. That is why it is all revelry. Read. If I see the sameness everywhere, what will happen? Samam pashyan hi sarvatra. Samavasthitam Ishwaram. Nahi nastyatmanatmanam. Tato yati param gatim. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra. Samavasthitam Ishwaram. Nahi nastyatmanatmanam. Tato yati param gatim. So beautiful. If I see this, what will happen? Samam pasyanni sarvatra. Sarvatra samam pasyan. Seeing sameness everywhere. From which standpoint? Listen carefully. From all standpoints you can see the similarity, the sameness. Especially, look, from the standpoint of the body, all are same elements. 5 elements. Pancha Mahabhuta Sarira. My body, your body, dog's body, tree's body, ant's body, mosquito body, all one and the same. Because elements, elements, elements. From the standpoint of the Absolute, Chaitanya Bapu, pure consciousness, that also is same. Only the subtle body, the thoughts are different. Understand? Only the thoughts are different. Rest is one and the same. But the content of the thought also same consciousness. That is why Shankara, when he was coming, the story goes, when he was after having bath in the Ganges, coming back, the Chandala person who comes with the 4 dogs, so he gets wild. He says, he doesn't want to touch the dog. He says, Gacha, gacha, go away. The Chandala asked the question. The story, Chandala asked the question. Annamayat annamayam athava chaitanyeva chaitanyat chaitanyam eva chaitanyat dhuri kartum branchasi dvijavara kimbruhi gachagacheti. Hey dvijavara, you consider yourself very highly pure caste and all that. Kimbruhi, what are you talking? Gacha, go. Who shall go from whom? Annamayat annamayam. My body is made out of food, dog's body is made out of food, your body also made out of food. Or Chaitanyeva Chaitanyat. Or you think consciousness shall move from consciousness. Body need not move, consciousness cannot move. In consciousness there is no separation possible. Oneness. Body need not move, the same stuff. Then who should move from who? What? Shankara sat down and wrote Manisha Bhanjagam. That is the story, they say. You can create an occasion to write also. Not necessarily it happened. Who knows? It happened or not. Then immediately, people, those who are caste-oriented, they shall say, it was not Chandala. It's Shiva himself coming and testing. You know Shiva. You say Shankara himself is the Shiva's incarnation. Now how then Shiva comes as a Chandala again to test himself? It's all nonsense. Understand? Because the caste-oriented people, Chandala cannot know the truth. Who said that? What is a Chandala? Professionally you are talking about somebody dealing with leather, somebody dealing with milk, somebody dealing with this. So what is a profession? Professions can be changed. You can't be condemned to a profession, but think. Anyway, so, samam. From the standpoint of the body, same thing. So, samam pasyanni sarvatra. This body, part of the total physical macrocosmic universe, Virat. So when you say Ishvara, Virat Rupa in his body, my body is included. In Antaryami Hiranyagarbha, the total mind, my mind is included. In Ishvara, ignorance is gone. Where are you? Everything is taken away. That is how Bali Maharaj. The Bali's head is gone, ignorance is taken. Thereafter, where is individuality taken? Body is taken. Only Ishvara alone, Vyapakatvad Vishnu, Vishnu alone is existing. It's a beautiful story, whether Bali was there or not. Each one of us is a Rakshas. Because of the ignorance, pride, arrogance, ready to give gift to God also. In your arrogance, are you getting that? In your arrogance of individuality, you think you can give a gift to God also. You don't understand. This is a God's gift. It is He. This body is He, inseparable from this totality. The body, the mind, everything is His. So when you say Ishvara, Kshetra Kshetrajna, as Bhagavan says in earlier chapters, Mattah Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Hey Arjuna, there is nothing other than me. Aham Adishya Bhutanam Madhyamcha Antarevacha. I am the beginning, I am the middle, I am the end. And in Vishwarupa, I hope you remember or you have forgotten. Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwarupa. O Lord, I see a beginningless, endless existence in which everything is existing in one. Tatra ekasam jagat krishnam. In one place the whole universe is existing. Lord alone is. Tam samavastitam Ishwaram sarvatra pashyan, seeing Him in and every place. This is Sarvatma Bhava. Truth here, truth there, truth everywhere. Who is more divine? Who is less divine? Such a person, what will happen to him? Na hinasti atmana atmana. Atmanam atmanana hinasti. Never ever looks down upon himself. Atmanam na hinasti. Na hinsanam karoti. Never tortures himself. You understand the beauty, the grace, the gracefulness of this wisdom. You do not torture your body either by overeating or no eating. Either by overdoing or not doing. Your body is so beautiful. You understand? First thing you must fall in love with is yourself. Then you shall fall in love with your thoughts, your body, the whole creation. Irresistible love. Irresistible. That is why such a person and people love. That's not people's greatness. Krishna, everybody loved. It was Krishna's greatness or people's greatness? Because Ananda's Vigraha, all joy, absolute joy, happiness, everything is same. Totally in love with himself. Therefore, mind is beautiful as it is, whoa. Body as it is, fantastic. Everything as it is, beautiful. Everything as they are, accepted. That is why there is no sense of conflict in life. Underline that verse completely. Keep it in your skull, not brain. Okay? Write it down. Nahinasti atmanatma, like other one we saw in 6th chapter. Uddharet atmanatmanam. May you lift yourself by yourself. You don't, this is ordinary, these days, these pep talks, which is the business management, all these pep talks they give, it means nothing. Here you know the reason as to why you are the very special like anybody else. Therefore, no inferiority complex, no superiority complex. Everybody is as divine as everybody else. Everything is as divine as everything else. Nahinasti atmana atmanam. What a language. Atmanam atmanana hinasti. You never look down upon yourself. When you don't look down upon yourself, is there anybody who can make you feel stupid? Huh? Nobody in the world can make you feel stupid. Why? I am the best in the world. Ooh. It's not an imagination. Understand? It's not an imagination. It's a fact. Why? Am I the only one, the supreme? No, others are as wonderful as me. That is where comes your beautiful, very healing effect, where the arrogance is not there. Why? Am I the only one the best? Yes, I am the best. Others, they are also the best. So many best. Everything is best. Why? Everything is God. Everything is divine. Nothing is less, nothing is more. That is where comes the absolute confidence of a teacher. Because he knows something about you which you don't know about yourself. That is the beauty of this tradition. He knows something about you which you are not aware of yourself. He says, you are infinite, you are absolute. Oh, really? Yeah, of course. How? Ready to do it? Yes, come on, study. But there are some people who say, listen, you are absolute, I don't believe. Okay, go. Why should I try to convince him? If he says he's an idiot, is it necessary to convince him that you are not an idiot? The stupidity is the only thing that shall linger for some time. Very beautiful. As even you can't impose your stupidity on others, you can't impose your wisdom also for others. That is why to receive, you must be receptive. Unless you are receptive, you cannot receive. Very simple. That's why preparation. As long as your mind is full of nonsense, depending on so many other things, how are you going to see? You are the happiness itself. If my happiness is in Rasgulla, my happiness is in that house or gold or diamond or monkey or palace or world tour or plane, I should have a personal jet. That is your obsession in life. Then only I'll be happy. Be miserable. Don't worry. You have programmed yourself to be miserable. Because until you get it, you are not happy, no? Are you getting that point? If your programming is, until I get that, I will not be happy. What does it mean? Be miserable. Just be miserable. So beautiful. Why? Because if you are happy, the miserable samples will disappear from the world. There should be some people also miserable, no? So that you can know the sample of misery. Just like the smallpox is gone from the world. The smallpox virus is in the laboratory now. Why? Extinct of species is not allowed. So misery you should not remove completely. Then extinction of species, not nice. So you should be the museum piece. You want to see depression? Avardhan. Dejection? Avardhan. Anger? Mr. Anger. Jealousy? So many people has to be necessary? No. One fellow is enough. Because everything is connected. Anger, hatred, jealousy, infatuation, possessiveness. Everything in there. Full. Sit down. Understand. Atmanam atmanana hinasti. Never looks down upon himself. And therefore, never looks down upon others also. Adana beauty. When you don't look down upon yourself, you cannot look down upon others. Even the fellow is an idiot. You see something which he doesn't see. You can't, because you know it is there. It's just like you say, it's a useless mud. The fellow recognizes the gold. Yes, don't worry, give me that. Why? He removes the mud, takes the gold. An ordinary piece of this funny looking piece of wood, I don't like it. Okay, throw. The person who knows how to carve out an antique, carve out a sculpture out of it. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, useless. What type of unshapely wood? The fellow takes it and creates a driftwood. Beautiful design. What you threw as a garbage, for it is antique. A lovely piece of art. Every person is a lovely piece of art, infinitely hidden in a finite facade. The God playing the fool in every individual. And that you see it in yourself, you see it in everybody. Nahinasti atmana atmanam. Tato yati param gatim. Therefore, he goes to the supreme goal. Tato param gatim yati. Meaning supreme. Deshakala vastu parjita sunyam. Going where there is no return. Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Going where there is no return. Gachanti apunaravruttim. Jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Impurities taken away by this continuous contemplation and wisdom, that is himself, is one with the Absolute. Apunarabhatim going where there is no return. Such a paramatim jat gachanti. They are one with themselves. We shall see more in the afternoon. Maybe possible. Such a person, what is he? He sees, in reality, nothing ever belongs to me. Everything Ishvara, Ishvara, Ishvara. Just like that leg movie. Prakriti eva, we shall see that. Prakriti eva cha karmani. Just read it out, we shall see then after. Prakriti eva cha karmani. Kriyamanani sarvasah. Yappashati tathatmanam. Akartaram sapashyati. We shall see that. Prakriti, by Prakriti does everything. Purusha, Prakriti, Kshetra. By nature, everything moves. How? You saw one demonstration. You can't do it. That is why. How did you enjoy it? See that? That possibility is there. Somebody today sent me an email. Swamiji, please do that. You remember the person who sent it to me? One who broke her Jena from London. That she, the girl who lost her, broke her leg last year when teaching classes. So she has said, Swamiji, this is beautiful. No, she's joking. So the foot, he says, look at the foot. Okay, all of healthy people said foot is very good. Do this. I said, all right, let me try. It was so funny. I couldn't wait for the class for you to do it. Go into your room and sit down and do it. You shall be continuously doing it. Nothing will, you will never ever succeed. Anyway, this thing. So Prakriti miyanti bhutani. So when you see the Prakriti, how you enjoy. Hey, it's so true. It's like, you want to say another one? Put your hand here. Just like this finger with this finger with this finger, okay? Right on the bottom line you put it. Put it on here, on your shoulder. Now leave the thumb. Now put it back, same spot. From where, are you getting that? You take it here and put it and leave it. Then again go back to the same line. Your hand is here, it will not work. Strange things are on the body itself. Okay, so we'll see about it in the afternoon. Close your eyes.